Hey guys, what's up? Welcome back to the channel and welcome back to a new video. So as I mentioned in my last video, I wanted to get some seat time with the new Perrin transmission mount before I gave a review. And the reason for that is because I actually want to give a proper opinion. I feel like on YouTube, social media in general, people install things and they're just like, yeah, it's great. It's the most fantastic thing in the world. People end up purchasing them and then finding out it is not what they want. It leads people in the wrong direction and it ends up making their car not as fun to drive or doesn't work for their situation. So what I like to do is install something, show you how to do it, kind of go over all the steps and everything of how to properly install whatever it may be, then get some seat time with it, drive it around, formulate a proper opinion, and honestly see if it's something worthwhile. So that is exactly what I try to do with all of my reviews. I like to give actual validated opinions, get some seat time, get some experience with it, and let you guys know exactly what I think of this specific modification. Now the modification that I am speaking about is the Perrin transmission mount. Now the transmission in this car is fantastic already, but there is some play, there is some slop, there is some drivetrain loss. So there's a lot of modifications that you can install to help remove that, to help get the power down more directly and have a better feel. Well, having said that, let's get in the car, go for a little drive, and go over just what I'm feeling with the new Perrin transmission mount. Is it something worthwhile? Is it something that really changes the overall driving feel and experience? Or is it something that I don't think you guys should install at all, because it's around $230, so it's definitely at that point where people may be on the fence about purchasing or not. So let's go ahead, let's get in the car, gather my thoughts, and let you guys know what I think. guys just saw all the driving inside the cabin. While I was going to do a review inside the car while driving, it's kind of hard to describe, so I just kind of wanted to show you different scenarios, just driving normal, a little bit harder acceleration, just kind of going through the gears, and just kind of showing you what it feels like. It's very, very hard to describe, so I figured the best way was just to actually show you. Now, just for reference, just to let you guys know what kind of mounts and everything I am running, I'm running the Cartboy short shifter bushings, which I already mentioned, the Beat Rush differential bushings, and also the Perrin transmission mount. I'm also running the Perrin pitch stop, the Perrin pitch stop mount. So those are the mounts and bushings and everything that I'm running in this car currently. I think that is all. I may have missed one or two, but that is the majority of them. So that contributes to everything. So I wanted to mention that just because, you know, I'm not just running the Perrin transmission mount on the car, I'm running quite a few other things. Now, I want to start off by saying NVH. I talked about this in my other video. NVH stands for noise, vibration, and harshness. This is known to cause some extra NVH. However, with my application and in my car, I didn't notice any increase. It literally sounds exactly the same. There's no extra whine from the transmission. And to be completely honest, the Cartboy shifter bushings caused more transmission whine and more NVH than anything I put on the car in terms of actual drivetrain and transmission mounts or bushings or anything like that. While it may be a little bit different for you guys if you don't have as much done to your car, whether it's more stock than mine, you may notice some increased NVH just because it's a little bit quieter. My car is extremely loud with the exhaust and everything going on. So I personally didn't notice any extra NVH, but that is definitely something to look out for. But for my application personally, I didn't notice any change whatsoever. So what did I actually feel? Was there any difference or anything like that? Honestly, I really didn't feel that big of a difference. I felt a bigger difference with the differential bushings that I just changed not too long ago than with the Perrin transmission mount. Now, I did notice everything is a little bit more smoother. I do notice that the power comes on a little bit quicker. It's a little bit more instantaneous as opposed to, you know, kind of the drivetrain loss where it feels a little sloppy. Gear shifting feels a little bit smoother overall. But it wasn't a drastic change like I felt with the differential bushings. Those things alone were a big difference in terms of the shifter feel and just how the car overall drove and shifting and everything like that. So the Perrin transmission mount in general wasn't a big change for me, although I do feel like it adds to the entire package. I do feel like it definitely contributes to the overall driving experience, and it definitely helps overall, but it's not something you're going to notice a really big difference or anything like that. At least for my application and for my car, it wasn't anything like that. But I do think it is something worthwhile. I do think it is something worth installing on your car. I do think it will help overall to make the driving experience that much better. Now, I'm going to give you an honest review. I don't like just saying, hey, it's great because I installed it or anything like that. I do think it's a fantastic product. Do I think it's worth the $200, $230 or whatever it was? I don't think it's worth that much. Honestly, the best bang for your buck, if you really want to feel a big difference in your overall drivetrain feel and shifting feel, I think the differential bushings made a bigger difference overall than just the transmission mount. Although I still feel like it's something worthwhile. I still think it's going to add to the overall driving experience and feel. So personally, I think it was around $150 or so. I think that's a little bit more doable, or at least a little bit more reasonable. $230, $250, or whatever heck it is. I think it's a little expensive for what it is. Although it's a very, very nicely made product. I'm not hating on Perrin or anything like that. I just feel like the differential bushings made a bigger difference overall, and those are much cheaper. Those are about $100, $120 or so cheaper than the transmission mount. Now, if you go back into the cabin driving that I just did earlier in the video, you may notice that the shifting is much smoother, much easier. There's less jerkiness, especially between 1 and 2. I feel like this car in general, going from 1 to 2, is the hardest gear change to master because it's so jerky. It's really hard to kind of master that, at least the first time you're driving this car, going from 1 to 2. It's not the easiest transmission to drive if you've never driven one before. So anything that will help the 1 to 2 gear change is definitely a plus in my book. And if you notice just how much smoother everything is, there's no jerkiness, it just feels more direct and overall a better experience. So that is my review of the Perrin transmission mount. I hope you guys enjoyed it. If you guys are interested in seeing the install, go check the video in the top right corner. It was a very, very simple install, very straightforward, very easy to do. It only took me about 45 minutes to an hour or so, and that was also with filming, so it wasn't that bad. I definitely think it's worth picking up for the price. I do think it adds to the overall package. So if you're interested in picking one up, I'll leave a link below for you guys. But as for this one, I hope you enjoyed it. If you have any questions at all, be sure to leave them in the comments below. But in the meantime, keep it clean, keep it simple, and I'll catch you guys in the next one.